live and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
Mostly cloudy and damp. Good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. I say damp, that drizzly, foggy conditions that we saw a little bit earlier this morning, creating a little bit of an issue. As we mentioned yesterday, we anticipated the evening commute to possibly be a little slick, and also the morning commute, and that's exactly what happened here. Not so much with last night, but as we rolled into the early morning hours, we saw foggy conditions, we saw some drizzle, and obviously with the temperatures below the freezing mark in many locations, we had some pretty slick conditions. Wrecker crews pretty much getting things wrapped up now, but it was kind of hairy for a while, and it still is on some of the secondary roads. So be very, very careful, and I can't emphasize enough that if you do have to go somewhere, take your time, because even when you pull into a parking lot somewhere, some of the parking lots are not treated, and you might have quite a surprise when you open up the door and put that first foot out. Right now, it's still below freezing here. 30 degrees at the airport. It's 31 at Radio Center. Downtown Midland is at 30 degrees. Downtown Bay City is coming in at 32, a little bit warmer. Northeast breeze at 7. And that's going to present a little bit of an issue as we go through the day today. That northeast breeze, it is going to pick up a little bit as we get into the afternoon. As a matter of fact, we're going to be looking at 15 to 20 mile per hour winds out of the northeast as we go into the afternoon. 29.94 and steady. The reason why, we're kind of in between right now, a couple of low pressure systems and a weak high. So the barometer isn't really going to drop down too much anymore. But what it is going to do is it's going to stay indicative of those lows to the point where we will get some precipitation. One low to the east of us is going to be pushing air back over, as it is right now, over Lake Huron. So as we go through the day today, some of the folks along the Lake Huron shoreline, Michigan's thumb, and very possibly getting back into the Great Lakes Bay region, we are going to see snow. Currently, we are seeing snow along and south the I-94 corridor. That activity is spilling over into Indiana and Ohio. So if you are planning on traveling down toward that area or are on your way, be advised that you will run into some snow shower, snow flurry activity. Doesn't appear as though it's anything heavy, but as we go through the night tonight and into at least the morning hours tomorrow morning, you very possibly could see a couple, maybe 3 inches of snow, and over in the thumb area and along the immediate shoreline there of Lake Huron, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if you get about 4 inches of snow over the next 24 hours. So the forecast is cloudy skies, spotty snow, especially in northern Michigan as we go through the afternoon. And right now in extreme southern Michigan, that lower 25% of the lower peninsula. Snow showers around, especially in Michigan's thumb tonight. We should peak out at right around 33 degrees this afternoon, 23 for a low tonight. Sun will set this evening at 5:23, rise tomorrow morning at 8:07. Mostly cloudy skies, flurries later. Tomorrow, we are going to be looking at a northeast breeze once again, and our temperatures will be much cooler. I don't think we're going to hit 20 degrees for a high tomorrow. Our low of 23 tonight is just going to continue to drop down as we go through the early morning hours tomorrow morning. Tomorrow night, it'll be at 10. We're going to watch a low pressure system, which is going to be located over the Dakotas. Now, that low, I think, is going to drop almost right straight south, if not a little bit southeast, over the next couple of days. What that means is tomorrow, not so much during the day, but a little bit later in the day tomorrow, South Dakota, Missouri, Illinois, northern Missouri, Iowa, Minnesota, Kansas, snow. Late in the day tomorrow, they're going to get hit with, it's not going to be a major snowstorm, but they very easily could pick up about 4 to 6 inches in that part of the country. That low is going to continue to drop. It'll drop down into and around northern Mississippi, Alabama, northern Georgia, into the Carolinas, and then go up the East Coast as we go through the upcoming weekend. So what does that mean? It means that there's going to be some areas down south, Arkansas, again, northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, Tennessee. They're going to get snow. Matter of fact, they're going to get more snow there than what we will be seeing here as we approach and get into the weekend. And a major nor'easter is going to develop that will affect the East Coast. That low, once it moves into the Carolinas, is going to get shot out of a cannon right up through the New England states. And so if you have any travel aspirations heading east as we go into the weekend and the first part of the work week next week, you might have some issues, especially if you're flying, and if you're driving, you might run into some problems there as well. We are looking at a major snow event with as possible in that part of the continental United States over the weekend and into the first part of the work week next week. But for us, it's not going to be anything like that at all. We're just going to be cold. 19 tomorrow, 17 on Saturday. Sunday, we might warm up to about 23, 24 degrees. Monday, the upper 20s. Tuesday and Wednesday, upper 20s. The next major system right now that could occur more than likely will happen on Wednesday night, and Thursday of next week. We'll just have to keep our eye on all of that. Average temperature for this time of the year is 30 in the afternoon, 17 at night. Record high in the state, 56. Set back in 1932. The record low even earlier than that, 15 below zero. And that was set way back in 1912. A year ago, our high was 38. Our low was 31. Record snowfall on this date was set back in 1979. Better than a foot, 13.2 inches of snow. So far for the month of January, MBS International is telling us about 2.7 inches. And so far for the snow year this year in the Great Lakes Bay region, specifically at the airport, 14.7 inches. That's a look at the weather. Below average temperatures, long range to take us all the way through the 26th of the month. And we will turn the corner, as I said, second part of the work week next week through next weekend. We are going to be looking at above average on the precipitation. More on the weather, but before we get to Melinda at the Andersons, we want to let you know here that the weather forecast has been brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. They are licensed to serve all of Michigan with both conventional and organic crop insurance. And before you know it, you better be talking to them about what you need for crop insurance for this year. There's a lot of things coming up here that very possibly will dictate having crop insurance. And the agent that you should be looking at right now to talk to would be the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance agents. Any of their folks can be reached by cell for questions or emergencies, or you can give the office a jingle in downtown Reese at 989-868-4722. Melinda Sweeney on the line with me right now over at the Andersons. Melinda, government report came out yesterday, and I really thought we were going to see a few fireworks, but they were all duds yesterday.
Yeah, the highly anticipated January report was nothing, really. The speculators thought that they had it bought into the gains pre-report, and they're shredding some of that position today. The market is really focused on South American weather. I think really the big news story for the next 30 days will be the South American crop and their weather events moving forward. And we really see that hard today with beans down 21.
So at this stage of the game on the board at the Andersons, what do you have?
Yeah, nearby corn, we're at 545. New crop corn is 505. Nearby beans, 1332. New crop beans, 1244. Nearby wheat, $6.90. And new crop wheat, $6.96.
You have a great day, Melinda. We'll talk to you again. All righty?
All right. Sounds good. You too.
You take care. Melinda Sweeney over at the Andersons. A little bit more in depth with Doug Klein from Oppenheimer. Not only the ag futures, but some of the other related issues as well. Market report brought to you by Steiner Tractor Parts. New parts for old tractors, they're available. All you got to do is give Steiner a call. 800-234-3280 or go online, steinertractor.com. They do take their job personally at Steiner Tractor Parts because they understand how your life and job both stop if your tractor stops running. Market report also brought to you by Ed Raymond and Sons. Quality clothing and shoes since 1919. Carhartt, Red Wing shoes and boots, Stormy Cromer accessories, and a whole lot more. Stop by their location at 151 West Broad Street in Chesaning. They're open 7 days. Doug, what's going on now?
Well, Brainerd's been talking all morning. That's the gal that's going to take over as number 2 at the Fed. The other guy wanted to quit so he could trade inside information.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah.
So I guess she doesn't need any more money. So she's been talking. She got confirmed by the Senate. So I guess she is number 2 at the Fed. So I guess the markets like what she says because the stock market is certainly taking it in good stride. Commodity markets, not so much. Natural gas was totally a flip. Yesterday, they bounced it up, 9% or something like that. They positioned themselves, and then they got some news stories out there that there's an impending cold snap. You mentioned that running across the Midwest or whatever is going to happen there. So that jumped yesterday, but kind of giving it back today, down 6% today. So that's not for the week of stature.
I know. No. Papa Nitro. Here we go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So anyway, the big moves are in the grains, but they're all negative. So here's your numbers. The March corn is $5.91, down 8 cents. December corn, $5.56 down 2 cents. March soybeans, $13.78, down 21 1/4. The July soybeans, $13.93 3/4, down 20 cents. March wheat, $7.44 3/4, down 13 cents. And the December wheat, $7.48 1/4, down 15 3/4. So crude oil holding pretty steady, 81.88, down 14 cents. Heating oil is $2.60, that's up 0.6 of a penny. Gasoline $2.39, down 0.3 of a penny. Natural gas $4.07.5, that's down 25 1/4 cents. Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar gets you $1.2480 at the border, so that's slipped below 125, so it's down 27 ticks. The yen is at 114.01, down 62 ticks. The euro is at 114.64, that's up 22 ticks. And the dollar slipped below 95, it's 94.73, that's down 18 ticks. Gold's at 18.17, down $10.30. Silver's 23.15, down a nickel. And platinum is just flat at $979.90. No change.
No change.
Mm-hmm.
You take care. Have a good one.
Yep. You too.
All righty. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, makers of Exceller Meal. They've been doing it since 1991. Exceller Meal is a high bypass soybean meal that's designed to maximize your dairy herd's production. So have your nutritionist or your local feed dealer check it out today. Exceller meal from Quality Roasting of Reese. Jerry Samolsky joining me right now from Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Before you know it, your annual event is going to be taking place, right, Jerry?
Yes, it is, Terry. Next Wednesday at the State Theater, downtown Bay City on Washington Street, just a block or so north of Center Avenue. The annuals event, we talk about the new annuals that are coming up and the Proven Winners brand, what they have going. This year we're going to feature some aqua pots, which are self-watering pots that it just makes it so easy. Typically pots you need to water every day, maybe every other day. These once a week, and they perform so well. I thought it was a gimmick. Tried it. It works really, really well.
They're called aqua pots, Jerry?
Yes. Yeah. Aqua pots. It's Michael Carr is a ceramic manufacturer, and they teamed up with the Proven Winners brand, and they've created this aqua pot. It's beautiful terracotta, but it also functions extremely well.
Now, do you have examples there? I mean, I have to assume they have different styles and colors and all that, right?
Oh my gosh, so many different styles and colors, Terry. It's all kinds of sizes, shapes, colors, textures. Yep, and they're like I say, the best thing is they work so well. If you go up north the weekend and leave your pots, they'll be fine when you come home. Or if you have a pot up north, you come home during the week, they're fine up north. So they work really well. You can't tend to them, every other day.
They sound really cool. Again, the event is next Wednesday, Jerry?
Yeah, Wednesday the 19th at the State Theater, downtown Bay City. We hope that you would give Bay Landscaping a call or go online and register at our website at baylandscaping.net. And our phone number is 989-893-0000, the easiest number.
All right. Jerry, thank you. Take care. All right. Yep. Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Joe Kramer comes along in a moment, but first this.
Thumb Bank and Trust offers community farmers the welcome opportunity of working with people who understand the unique needs and challenges of farming. I'm Jared Fisher, Ag Specialist for Thumb Bank and Trust, and I'm also a proud farmer. All of our agricultural loan experts are working farmers, and that's just part of why Thumb Bank and Trust has been recognized as one of Michigan's premier agricultural lenders. It takes a farmer to understand the unique needs and challenges of another farmer, and it takes the lending capital available at Thumb Bank and Trust to grow a farm. Call us today or visit us at thumb.bank. We will meet you at one of our offices, in the field, or at the farm. At Thumb Bank and Trust, our relationships are built on trust. We're an old friend you can rely on. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work. An equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
The folks at Foster Blue Water Oil want to remind you that they do take your diesel fuel to another level with Diesel Guard Supreme Plus from ValveTech Petroleum. You do get more power, cleaner injectors, faster cold starts, maximum lubricity, year-round protection, and up to 8% improved fuel economy. Available through Foster Blue Water Oil. Just contact your Foster representative or go online, fosterbluewateroil.com. We say good morning to Joe Kramer, Executive Director of the Michigan Bean Commission. Joe, that government report came out yesterday. How did it affect the bean industry? Anything in particular?
Well, I don't think there were any real big surprises in there, but I did learn that I need to listen a little bit closer to our friend Neil French, who has predicted that we would drop down from our 26 bag forecasted average here in Michigan to something less. And sure enough, they came out yesterday with just over 24 bags. So slight adjustment there. And I don't know that that's a big market changer, but a few less, probably mostly a few less black beans than we thought we had. Mindac, while they only picked up a bag per acre on their relatively low yield, it still translates into a little over 600,000 bags of additional product out there, and that's probably almost all pinto beans. So not a lot of big changes, but still pretty bullish scenario. I would caution everybody that the logistics issues are creating enough havoc that even though you got the beans sold, you need to get them shipped in order to count them as being out of the way, and that's presenting a lot of big problems across the country.
I know the bean industry was well represented at the Michigan Agricultural Business Association meeting. I think producers were really paying attention to the presentation. Does that spill over into potentially more dry bean acreage going in this year in the state?
Well, I think we have the potential to have more acreage. I think we need to pay attention to corn and soybean markets and see what they're telling us. But at the same time, we probably need a few more bean acres, and I think contract values have been pretty respectable. So it's a good opportunity to talk with your favorite marketing folks and make sure you're dealing with current information and make good decisions at home.
That sounds good. Joe, you take care. Have a good day. We'll talk to you again soon. All righty?
Thanks, Terry.
You bet. Joe Kramer. When we return, we'll take a look at the New York markets.
Well, finally, 2021 is over. Computer chips are plentiful and store shelves are full again. Hi, I'm Steve Cook from Cook Chevrolet Buick Ambassador, and unfortunately, absolutely none of that is true. But for car and truck buyers, here is some good news. At the Cook GM Superstore, even though the lot is still pretty empty, we now have 178 Chevrolets and Buicks, including pickups, Blazers, and finally even Equinoxes, coming in over the next few weeks, some as early as this very week. And we invite you to call or stop out to reserve the vehicle of your choice. You'll find Silverado 4x4 crew cabs starting at $299 a month and Chevy Blazers as low as $245. Who knows? The Chevy of your dreams may be arriving at this very moment. Get out today. That's the Cook GM Superstore, M15, Top of the Hill in Vassar.
Payments based on GM employee and family lease. 10,000 miles per year and includes all rebates. $28.44 on Blazer, $28.89 on Silverado due at signing. Call toll free or visit us online at cookchevybuick.com. Chevy, find new roads.
Over to Baird and Company we go. Steve Anderson, good morning. What's going on in New York right now?
Well, it looks quite a bit green, I guess. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is ahead anyway by 210 points, putting it at 36,500, volumes 303 million shares. The NASDAQ's going the other way, down 78 at 15,111, volume of 337 million shares. Stocks of local interest are green across the board, though. Caterpillar, 227.68, up 529. Deere, 383.54, up 729. CMS, 64.68, up 56. Dow, 59.98, up 72. DuPont, 84.94, up 122. Corteva, 49.06, up 20. GM, 63.15, up 211. Trinzio, 56.99, up 1.25. Walmart, 144.76, up 132. Home Depot, 393.64, up 424. Huntington Bank is 17.38, up 28, and AT&T is ahead by 48 cents at 26.93. So I got to say up rather regularly.
Nah, we'll bottle that and save it for another report, okay?
That sounds good to me.
All righty. Steve, you take care. Have a good one, all righty?
I will. You do the same, sir.
I will. Steve Anderson over at Baird and Company. Are you upset with your current planter performance? Are you considering buying a new planter but blown away from sticker shock? With Precision Planting's VSET, V-Drive, and Delta Force, we can retrofit your old planter to outperform any new planter on the market. Then access all your data from planting to harvest easily with Field View. Call PC Ag Solutions today and get your parts ordered, installed, and ready to go for the upcoming growing season. 989-868-4444. PC Ag Solutions. The meeting season going to be kicking up here a notch or two as we approach the end of January, in particular the Crop Summit. That's over at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort, 26th, 27th of this month. Then next month, the Michigan Bean and Beet Symposium and Trade Show is going to be held at the Doubletree in Bay City, a change of locations. That's going to be on Tuesday, February the 22nd. Starts at about 6:30 in the morning with setup for the exhibitors. The doors are going to open to everybody at 10. We'll be broadcasting from the Bean and Beet Symposium and Trade Show on Tuesday, February the 22nd. The next day, the Michigan wheat growers are going to be having their annual spring meeting, and that's going to be down at Eagle Eye in the Bath, Lansing area. So mark those 2 or 3 down on your calendar. We'll be back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Showroom and Design Center Studios.
This is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. President Biden announcing plans to double the number of free at-home COVID tests that'll go out later this month to 1 billion, and a move on masks, too.
Next week, we'll announce how we are making high-quality masks available to the American people for free.
CBS's Cammie McCormick has more on the administration's plan to send help to some hospitals that are under siege.
Next week, another 1,000 military medical personnel will be deployed to hospitals nationwide. Over 800 are already assisting hard-hit areas. 14,000 National Guard members have also been activated in 49 states.
In a sign the Omicron variant could be starting to impact the job market, the government says unemployment claims rose to a level not seen in 2 months last week. Another sign of the times in the pandemic, empty store shelves. CBS's Scott McFarland.
Up and down the aisles of this Whole Foods outside San Francisco.
A lot of produce was just out. The green onions gone, like the apples that I was looking for weren't there.
To this ShopRite in New Jersey.
Some of the water was missing last time. Some of the cereals were missing.
Shoppers across the country are being met with empty shelves.
This is actually the third store I've been to tonight trying to find some pasta.
Experts say the shortage is a perfect storm. Severe winter weather mixed with supply chain issues and a rise in COVID cases keeping workers out sick amid ongoing staffing shortages. The